Hello, it's time for Flashback, the weekly history quiz. Let's find out what's happened in history. In 1876, Anne Jarvis seeks to honor the work of moms in every field of life. Her daughter will create Mother's Day. All right, and then against that, we have Erno Rubik creates a toy cube to explore 3D shapes. After he turns it a few times, he realizes he doesn't know how to solve it. This will be the 60s or 70s of the 20th century. I mean, he's still alive, the Hungarian inventor Erno Rubik. At least he was as of a year or two ago. I assume still is. There we go, 1974. Pope Gregory I, an influential writer, revises a list of vices that includes greed and hubris. The new version becomes the 7 deadly sins. I mean, that feels pretty medieval to me. It's obviously well before 1876. There's no real doubt about that. Oh, 590, earlier than I maybe would have assumed. Well, there we go. A chemist, Rosaland Franklin, gathers photo and data about a molecule called DNA. That helps lead to the discovery of its structure, a double helix. Okay, well, that's comfortably 20th century, but obviously before 1974, so I think we can put it here. Right in the middle of the 20th century, 1951 to 53. Constantinople falls to the Ottomans. Scholars from the city bring ancient Greek manuscripts to Italy, helping to fuel the Renaissance. 13th or 14th century? In any case, we can definitely comfortably put it here. No, oops, that was embarrassingly early. It's the 15th century, 1453. A Dr. Francis Townsend proposes pensions for Americans over 60. Called Delusional, the plan helps lead to Social Security. Well, this feels like a New Deal era initiative. So, yeah, we're going to put it prior to 1951. 1933, there we go. All right. Born to modest Prussian nobles, Catherine II takes the throne of Russia. She expands the country through war and enriches it through the arts. 18th century, I would think. Yes, exactly, 1762. All right. And Caral, one of the first cities in the Americas, is built near the Andes. People lack ceramic pots for boiling water, so dinner is often fish and roasted veggies. Well, I'm going to assume that as one of the first cities in the Americas, it's prior to all of these things. Yes, comfortably so, 2600 BCE. In Vienna, Beethoven debuts his Ninth Symphony, which he created but could not fully hear. He turns to see the crowd's rapturous applause. That's one of my absolute favorite images from all of music history. I just think it gets shivers when I think about it. Including the fact that he wrote that unbelievable piece of work while largely deaf. Anyway, do I think that's before or after 1762? After? Yeah. Oh, right. God, of course. 1824. Yikes. Okay. I was farther from my initial assumption than I should have been. That was a bit embarrassing. Anyway, there we go. That was the flashback. Let's see how people did. Okay. So, oh, right. This was a tricky week. Most people were in the second category, and then the second most common was 20 to 23. So, yeah. Tricky week. Let's look at what tripped people up. Okay, one of the first cities in the Americas built near the Andes. Caral was placed wrong by about half of people. About everybody got Pope Gregory I correct, unsurprisingly. Got it right. Constantinople falls. 13% of people got that wrong. 10% of people got Catherine II wrong. 38% misplaced Beethoven's Ninth Symphony. 10% of people misplaced Social Security. Another 10% roughly misplaced the discovery of DNA. That one's interesting. I wonder when people thought that was. And just about everybody got Rubik and his cube correct. So there really was only one that massively tripped people up. No, I suppose that and Ninth Symphony was tough. But almost all of them had at least a sort of 10% error rate. So interesting week. Tricky one, I suppose. Anyway, back next week. Bye for now.